You are not struggling manifesting because it is hard. You are struggling because you're introducing effort where it doesn't belong. And the more you use force, the more you disengage from the state that you're trying to enter. And this, what Neville Goddard explains in his chapter 14, The Effortless Way. Welcome, you guys. Welcome to our The Power of Awareness, Neville Goddard's book lectures, when we'll look on his work with nervous system lens. As usual, if you want the entire chapter reading, here's the card on the screen. You can click there. This chapter, I want to highlight quickly that it's very important because Neville emphasizes the fact that we should not involve control and force, manufactured force, when we try to manifest anything. Okay? And we will learn why. All right, so let's begin. The principle of least action governs everything in physics, from the path of a planet to the path of a pulse of light. Least action is the minimum of energy multiplied by the minimum of time. Therefore, in moving from your present state to the state desired, you must use the minimum of energy and take the shortest possible time. Um, yeah, if that would be that easy, right, to manifest, um, he's he's perfecting manifestation here, Neville Goddard, and simply simplifies it. He just references that in physics everything moves through the path of least resistance, and he is saying that your shift, our shift in identities that we're trying to embody, work the same way. So it never works through effort. It never works through controlled convincing or manipulation. It works only through least internal resistance, because we should go internally first so that the outer world, external, can express what we carry within us internally. Your journey from one state of consciousness to another is a psychological one. So, to make the journey, you must employ the psychological equivalent of least action, and the psychological equivalent is mere assumption. Sorry, and the psychological is mere assumption. Mere assumption is not really doing more, is it? Right? It's doing less. It's not forcing. It's not debating. It's not building. It's not trying to make it happen. It is accepting as it is already true. We will go deeply into this in this chapter. I just want to touch points on every single paragraph in here. At the day you fully realize the power of assumption, you discover that it works in complete conformity with this principle. It works by means of attention minus effort. Thus, with least action, through an assumption, you hurry without haste and reach your goal without effort. He calls it attention, okay? And that attention should be without any strain. So you return to the state, but it's unsuccessful if you do not try to hold yourself in that state. Because the moment you try to, or rather, you try to force yourself to stay in that state, you've already stepped out of it. So it is not where it becomes real. It's the way of being, okay? It's not mental manipulation. It's the feeling of it's done, it's normal. This is who I am now. This is what I have. This is what I exude. It's not something that's separate from you. There is a quiet certainty, okay? So when you think of your desire, really, instead of trying to feel something, it's just, of course, there is no urgency, there is no follow-up, there is no nothing to fix. It's normal. It's a part of you. So your thoughts will automatically begin to match that. It is very important, you guys, because during the day, when you know that you're close to manifesting whatever you want, um, during the day you will receive some downloads of what you would do once you have it. For instance, if you're trying to manifest anything material or anything like a life partner, right? Or travels, whatever, anything, just name it. You will you'll put yourself in a state where you already are having that, and you will receive downloads what to do when you have that thing, which places to travel to, what kind of food to have with a partner, what to do, what movies to watch, or what experiences to have. So you will feel yourself immersed in it. You might even have some internal jokes or some internal references towards whatever you're trying to welcome in your life. Okay, so throughout the day you will find yourself basking in those feelings, and sometimes those feelings that come with images, they will even appear as memories, if it makes sense, you know what I mean? So you return to that state, to that feeling, without effort. Your attention might drift, yes, it will drift, but you easily come back to it, not just because you're correcting yourself like a homework. I need to do affirmations now it's 11 o'clock. No, you don't do that. You don't approach manifestation as a homework. You approach it because it feels normal, it feels like you. Okay, this when real shift happens, and there is even no need to resolve anything or solve anything. It's just there, and your body will always stay open to receptivity of that thing. Your body and mind will be already aligned. You will feel ease. Your breath will be steady. There is not going to be any contraction, and it will start to feel ordinary for you. It is normal, and this is the shift. Okay, it's not big for you anymore. It's not at the distance. It's already a part of you, and it's already expected. It's already you're living from. And remember, you guys, it's not like you are doing the state. You're not maintaining it. You're not managing it. Do not try to force yourself believe. Do not affirm 24/7 just to convince yourself, because if you approach manifestation as a duty, you will relate not to the state of having it, but rather to the state yearning for it. This is very important. So assess what you feel when you try to manifest anything. Okay, so an assumption brings the invisible into sight. It is nothing more nor less than seeing with the eye of God, imagination. All right, this is very important because it already exists. It already exists. And yeah, he does say that creation is finished. It is his golden phrase. So you do not really need to create it. You rather allow yourself to experience it. Because since you have identified what you want, don't you think it's already a part of you? So why won't you claim that part into your physical reality? So the only thing that's ever interfering with you and your desire is the belief that it's not already yours. The heart is the primary organ of sense, hence the first cause of experience. When you look on the heart, you're looking at your assumptions. Assumptions determine your experience. Watch your assumption with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Assumptions have the power of objective realization. Every event in the visible world is the result of an assumption or idea in the unseen world. Again, assumption is not something as an effort, it's rather recognition. This is already mine, not something you build or create. Remember, it is already created. It is something rather you accept. Okay? The present moment is all important, for it is only in the present moment that our assumptions can be controlled. But the future must become the present in your mind if you would wisely operate the law of assumptions. Assumption. This is what I meant by receiving those downloads. What would you do? Were you having your desire already with you? Things you would experience. Where would you go? What would you do to anything, whatever your desire is, material object or a person or a job or career development or money, whatever, or any experiences. Just immerse yourself. What would you do? Get your mind busy with the things you would do where you're having already your desire with you. It's entertaining, I would say. It allows you to be open to the possibilities, because when you are immersed in those feelings, it is my promise to you through my own experience, you will become so devoted to that that you will not see yourself without it anymore. You know what I mean? You will act with integrity towards that desire. You will act with the feeling that it is a part of you. It's a very deep feeling. It's a sure thing feeling. Okay, so when you are immersed in that, this is when it actually tries. This is when God, the source, the angelic realm, the cosmic web, handle everything on your behalf. And bit by bit, you will see how everything unravels for you to witness it and to welcome your desire into your life. Okay, so let's go to here. The end of longing should be being. Translate your dream into being. Perpetual construction of future states without the consciousness of already being them, that is, picture your desire without actually assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, is the fallacy and mirage of mankind. It is simply futile daydreaming. He's quite harsh with his words in here. He's just trying to emphasize the fact that, yes, most people try to stay in the desire. They imagine, they affirm, they assume, they want, they reach, but they never cross into being and expressing that and welcoming that. And without that shift, it only remains their future. Okay? So if it still feels like trying, like forcing, you're not there yet. Because when you're there, there is nothing to prove, nothing to fix, nothing to chase. You do not affirm 24/7. You are exuding that, so you do not need to convince yourself in mentally, okay, verbally, I would rather say. So when you notice effort, don't really push harder. I want you to pause, to soften, and return to the simple, it is already mine. It already is. It should not be intensified feeling. It should be just a quiet knowing, okay? So for the exercise, I would actually suggest you, before retiring tonight, before going to sleep, I would like you to bask in the feeling of it is already yours. And please implement those little planning visions, those planning images in your mind. What would you do were you already having that? Do not even involve other people, their reactions, because do not lose your life force energy imagining their reactions. Okay, do not do that, because it gets easily dismantled if someone else's energy is stronger anchored, is more stronger anchored within them than your assumption. Okay, so just focus on you and on that thing that you desire, and just allow yourself a bask in the feeling of already having that. Okay, because the moment you will stop trying to do that, if you return to this exercise one again and again, the shift will happen, and you will soon exude what you're trying to manifest. All right, so if you have any questions, you guys, um, put it in the comments. I will try to answer, okay? And put a like as well if you like this. And I will see you on the next one.